Hey YouTube, how is it going this Tuesday? Well, in this video, I want to give an update on XELA Technologies Incorporated, ticker symbol XELA. This one has been trending down for several days, but I think we could be getting close to a bottom. So I want to get into their chart and give you guys a look at what I am seeing. And then after that, I have another nice looking potential day trade that I want to show you as well. Now, if you're new to my channel, I have been trading and investing for over 20 years, and in each video I will show you trades that I see setting up right now. So if that's something that interests you, please consider subscribing so you don't miss any future trading and investing ideas. And also, if you would like to support the channel and become part of our Patreon community and see what we are buying and selling in real time for a measly $10 a month, that link is in the description. All right, welcome back to another update video for XELA Technologies Incorporated, ticker symbol XELA. But before I get started, if you could do me a small favor and like the smash button for putting all of this together for you guys, I would greatly appreciate it. But please remember, I'm not a financial advisor. I am just a guy on the internet. All of this is just my opinion. Please make all of your own trading decisions. I'm just trying to show you what I see in the charts. So hopefully we can try to figure out what could be coming next. All right, let's get started with this daily chart. And as we can see, we are still stuck in this downtrend for XELA Technologies. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down days in a row, but it looks like it's starting to make a little bit of a bullish hammer formation. This is a very nice reversal candlestick pattern. It has broken through that 21-period exponential moving average, that purple line on the chart, but it has reversed and gotten back above it. Now, this is the area that I like to look for reversals once it has broken through this white line, this 8-period exponential moving average. This 8-period exponential moving average is where I like to make day trades in stocks that have gone parabolic, because usually when they come down to that line, you'll get a little bit of an up move either that same day or the next day, and that's exactly what we got in XELA. But I was actually looking to exit my position when all of this was going on, so I didn't make a day trade in it, but I'll get into that in a minute. But XELA is looking like it's trying to carve out a bottom right now, so I am watching this one like a hawk, looking for a re-entry in XELA. Hopefully the down move is over and it can start moving back up to the upside. But let's go to the 15-minute chart and see how this downtrend is materializing. Let me back out a little bit here. Now, the first thing that stands out in this chart, of course, is this descending wedge formation, and this is very bullish. Usually these end up resolving to the upside, so all you do when you see a pattern like this is just kind of wait for it to break that upper trend line, and that would be your entry point. And if it falls back into this consolidation, that would be your signal to exit the trade and take your small loss. But usually these end up having a pretty decent move to the upside. Now, by looking at this pattern, I would say that it is probably not going to make a new high, but I mean, anything can happen with the stock. There's been so much volume pouring into this one, but typically once you see them start waving up like this and then they start to make that descending wedge formation, usually it goes to about halfway up the current move or the previous move up. And I would put that move to go right around $4 a share or so, maybe a little bit higher, but that's a pretty decent trade from here. If you can get in right around $3 a share on a breakout, you know, that's about a 30% plus move, so not a bad size move for XELA. But you can see how these patterns tend to resolve themselves. You know, once they start to break out of those trend lines, you can usually, you know, kind of ride them up. And this one just kind of went parabolic at the end. But a lot of these stocks that get in these decent sized runs, I mean, they make these type of patterns all the time, and you just kind of wait for them to break out, because there's no need to put any money at risk until they prove that they're probably going to break out. But I would say XELA is most likely going to be breaking out to the upside soon. And if I zoom in a little bit on this trend, we can see that it's already made that false break down right here, that false move down, and then the move right back up into this consolidation, and is actually starting to move higher. So if this starts to consolidate sideways and then we get a breakout, I think that's a pretty decent risk reward trade for XELA, and I would expect it to go around, you know, maybe $4 a share or so. We'll have to see how much volume comes piling into it. I mean, obviously, if the momentum really starts picking up, then it could certainly blast through $4 pretty easy. But for the most part, I'm really liking this pattern right now. If you are, actually, let me get this stuff out of here real quick. If this is the first time you are watching one of these update videos, in my last one, I sold most of my shares right around $5. Actually, I think it was $4.98 once this thing started to go parabolic. Held on to the rest. I wanted to see if we could get another move up, but I wanted to see how it resolved through this consolidation right here. And I said if it broke down through this consolidation, I would look to get out on a bounce back up into this lower trend line. Usually when you get a breakdown through one of these type of bullish consolidation patterns, you usually get a reaction move back up into that trend line, and that's exactly what happened. So I got out of the rest just under $4 a share, and I have been waiting for that re-entry. I've just been waiting for, the downtrend to start to dissipate and, carve out a bottom, and it looks like we are finally getting close to that right now. But I think if the volume really starts coming back into XELA, we could get one of those really fast moves to the upside. But I'll be watching this one pretty closely to see if we get a breakout of this bullish descending wedge formation. And I think once we do, we should get a pretty decent move up. All right, the next one I want to talk about is Air Test Systems, ticker symbol AEHR. Well, at least I think this is pronounced Air. I have no idea, and frankly, I really don't care because all I care about is potentially making some money off of this trade. But I think this is setting up perfectly for one of those bounces into that 8-period exponential moving average, that white line on the chart. So that could set up for a very nice day trade where it gives it a 10 to 15% bounce or so. So that's what I'm going to be looking for with this one. It could come into that average tomorrow, or it might take a couple more days, but usually the faster it comes into it, the bigger the bounce you get. So hopefully it bounces into that moving average tomorrow, and I think that's going to be the optimal situation for a pretty decent day trade, and I think this thing is setting up beautifully. I talked about this one several videos ago because it was making this beautiful rounded bottom formation. I did not buy into this one. I bought into another one that pretty much went nowhere, but whatever, that's how it happens sometimes. They can't all be winners. All I got to do is just be patient and wait for another move to set up for AEHR. And I think this one is setting up beautifully for a day trade. And that's the nice thing about this type of pattern right here. You don't necessarily have to catch that big breakout. Of course, that is the nicest and most profitable move. But if one gets away from you, you just kind of sit tight and wait for it to potentially come bouncing into that moving average, and you can at least make money on a day trade or a potential swing back up to a new high. So once you see one of these patterns start to form, just because the thing takes off without you, don't just discount the stock and take it off your watch list. Continue to follow it and see how it shapes out, because it could end up making one of these beautiful type of formations that set up for nice day trades or swing trades up to a new high. But this 8-period exponential moving average is probably going to be in the 445 to 450 range tomorrow, I would guess. And what I like to do is try to see where that moving average is going to be next, and then go intraday and see if I can find more support. So if I go to the 15-minute chart on AEHR, we can see right here is a pretty decent area of support. So I'll put a box right there on the chart. And that is right around 435-ish all the way up to 450. So if that white line, if that 8-period exponential moving average can be hanging around in this box when price comes down to it, that's two areas of support that are converging in the same spot. So I think that gives this trade a little bit higher of a probability of success. So I'm definitely going to keep this on my watch list for a potential day trade for tomorrow. Okay, everyone, that is all I have for this video, so I'm going to end it right there. But if you have any questions or comments on any of these stocks, or if you have any other ones you want me to take a look at, please leave it down there in the comments section. I will get to them as soon as I can. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching my video all the way to the end, and until next time, take care, everybody.